Hey y'all. Good morning. I'm so tired. I am making this video because I guess there's a couple reasons. I'm sitting in my car. I'm gonna turn my car off for a second. Couple reasons. I know a couple days ago I posted a video and talking about affirming the positive, and I'm still there. I'm still not succumbing to the depressive side of life or really entertaining those thoughts. And I had a trigger. I've had a couple triggers. One, I'm really tired, like really tired. My dogs are barking. I don't know what they're barking at. So I'm really, really tired. And when I'm really tired, it becomes very, very difficult to master my emotions. Honestly, like right now, I just feel like I want to go back to bed. I just dropped my son off at school. Two, I'm feeling like I just need to cry. Like I want to cry. And there are a couple of reasons. The first being that I'm tired. And so it's hard for me to just like be balanced in those moments of feeling tired. And two, my relationship with my husband is so tricky and confusing. And last night he basically popped on me that tonight he's gonna go and meet up with his ex-lover and like they're just gonna have dinner, which is totally fine in some ways. And you know, we have a very different relationship than I would say the normal American public, but that relationship has also brought me a lot of pain and a lot of heartbreak. And so, yeah, like she's an awesome person and stuff, but like the way he popped it on me, he's just talking about, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. Oh, yeah, and I'm meeting with so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, you know, you're just remembered that you're meeting with her? Like, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. But anyway, so it's triggering some old feelings in me about him and our relationship and some pretty unfortunate ways of carrying himself within a relationship, within a committed relationship, within a marriage. And, you know, for my part, I was not strong enough to essentially just completely say no or kick him to the curb because I'm human. And we had also had a baby and I didn't necessarily want to be a single mom. I did get to that point though, where I was so over his actions, continual actions, and just not listening and not hearing me and not understanding and like continually causing extreme pain within my system, like just heartbreak, ravaging heartbreak, which is what is being triggered right now, because I still don't trust him. And he said this thing where, you know, he's like, I don't know if it was like 5-6 months ago, he says to me, well, I want to be single. And I'm like, well, what does that mean? And he just wants to be able to go out and act like a single man because he got married to me when he was 21 and he doesn't feel like he, you know, got to be free. And, you know, it's all story. And don't misunderstand, because he's a great guy and he supports our family. And there's still a lot of trauma that I am dealing with in the healthiest way possible. But this kind of shit like triggers those feelings. And then I have to fight even harder to stay above water with the depression. So I'm just making this video because I'm feeling triggered and I just want to cry. And part of that really comes from me being really tired. So I am going to go lay down for a couple of hours because I do have the ability to do so today. I don't every day, but I do today. So I'm going to go lay down and see if I can get a couple more hours of sleep or at least rest. And then I'm going to do essentially a whole day of positive reaffirming and affirming and really just manifestation talk and talking about, I'm so grateful that I'm already where I want to be, and just see if I can kind of override all of the reaction that I'm having in my system. And, maybe I will cry. Maybe I need to cry. I'm not exactly sure. I mean, I don't know if crying is giving in to those feelings that are being created by an old relationship that has really devastated me emotionally. And ultimately, maybe I just do need to cry. I'm still with this man. And, I don't know. I see our future together. I just don't know how to not be triggered and how to fully trust him. And it affects everything. And so, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, how do we deal with those emotional triggers that come up for us when the first reaction in our body, our first programmed response is to feel sad or depressed or whatever it is? And of course, you've got to feel the emotion that comes up. You got to feel it in your body, and you don't necessarily have to name it. You just feel it and then let it come through you. And then how do you work with that? How do you rewrite it? How do you change it? And the other question, I guess, is how do we function when we live with somebody who has been part of the dysfunctional pattern, and their actions continue to trigger those old things? Because unless you separate or get away or get out of the situation, that person or those people, it might be your parents, it might be your partner, it might be your siblings, it might be coworkers, anybody who has contributed in some way to you when you were in a state of depression or anxiety or however it was manifesting in your life that was negative. How do you deal with still having those people in your life and them still doing the things in a similar way that trigger the feelings in you that would lead you down a path to depression or anxiety or whatever it is that you, emotional duress that you suffer from? How do we deal with that? So, yeah, that's why I got on. And how I'm going to deal with it is to go rest because I know I'm tired. I'm recognizing that right now. And I'll probably cry to release whatever energy is in me. And then I'm going to cram manifestation, positive affirmation work today and bring myself into a place of feeling that deep gratitude in my body so that I'm actually feeling that emotion, feeling that happiness, feeling that, and kind of reversing this awful feeling that I'm having right now, and whatever. There will be days like this. And no matter what, if you've suffered or if you've been in a place where you have been really, really depressed or have had suicidal thoughts or have had physical pain that was manifested from emotional pain, you're gonna have days. You can be really happy. You can, absolutely. And you can maintain and live a very contented and positive life. And you will also have days where you have to deal with the feelings that come up that are that are maybe triggered by somebody, or that just you wake up with, and you have to know what to do and how to deal with them in order to not go back, so that you can maintain that positive baseline. And it's not easy, but I just wanted to get on here and say, hey, I live a pretty positive life. I do my best. I've been in a really positive place right now. I haven't been suicidal. And today I'm feeling kind of shitty, and I see where it's coming from, and I'm just going to deal with it. And yeah, so if you are feeling that way, or you're having days and you don't know what to do, well, just let it be, recognize it, acknowledge it. It's okay. It's just today. It's temporary. You can use all of the tools that you know how to change the feelings in your body. I've said on another video, one of the ways that I change the feeling in my body is to ask myself how it would feel to not ever have to worry about money. And that is a feeling that if you close your eyes and really think, gosh, how would it feel in my body to not ever have to worry about money, to know that like whenever I needed to pay a bill or buy something, I always had more than enough money, and money was never tight. All of us as humans can close our eyes and feel that in our body. And that feeling is the feeling that I want you to tap into. That's the feeling to tap into. So that's what I use. That's the example that I use to get to that feeling when I'm not feeling that feeling. When I'm feeling like, oh my God, I have to live with this. Am I going to live with this person who continues to bring this, reactive state in my body? And is this going to happen forever? Well, it's just happening right now. Nothing's permanent. So I can bring myself to that place with that particular thought about being financially free. And then I can sit with that feeling in my body and recognize that feeling in my body and use that for other affirmations. And that's what I'm going to do today. So if you're in a place where you're feeling kind of shitty, I suggest that you do that. And definitely subscribe to my channel and like this video and message me. And if you have any questions that you want me to talk about, let me know. And if you are suffering and you need somebody to talk to, let me know. Or if you need tips and tricks, let me know right down below. You can leave me a message. And yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for being on this journey with me. As always, we are all together. We are all one. And I love you, and you can do this. If I can do this, you can do this. All right. Have a beautiful, blessed day.